are haunted by the vastness of eternity, and so we ask ourselves, will our actions echo across the centuries, and will strangers hear our names long after we're gone, and wonder who we were, how passionately we lived, and how fiercely we loved? Life Journeys, a book that celebrates the lives of over 70 Kenyan women, touches on the journeys that these high-achieving women have travelled and the personal ethos that have shaped their journeys.
I believe it's important for us to celebrate what's good about us. And when I talk about us, I'm talking about us collectively as Africans. For so many years, I believe we have been downtrodden. We were colonized. Many of us believed in the colonization. And yet, growing up in Africa, as a proud African, I know the many examples of positive work, positive people, positive examples that abound.
You have profiled more than 70 women, and of course somebody doesn't have to even explore the whole country to really realize the potential that we have in this country. What sort of criteria did you use in terms of choosing the women that you profiled?
Number one, they needed to have achieved something. Number two, I was looking for diversity. Diversity of experience, diversity of age, diversity of function. The one thing that's for sure is we have so many more women than we covered in the book, because there are very many women who fit the criteria. So they had to be available. So not all of them said yes. There are a few more that we would have wished to cover. Not all of them said yes. They had to believe in the process. The process of writing was a very different process. Right. I believe in teamwork. So the process was get young women, professional, motivated, and who believed in themselves to go out there and do the interviews. As they conducted the interviews, they would be mentored in the process.
Elizabeth Lenjo, who took part in the writing process, never hesitates to give a try where some may dare not.
When we got into the project, all of us were excited. I was excited. So most of the people even profiled were people I have sat down and said, wow, how did they do that? And we have this vision of them being super women. And, you know, when we get to meet them, you have to get poised and you're like, where do I start? Where do I start? So at the end of the day, we were so excited. You have known how they came up, you know, what inspired them. And eventually, you know, someone else would learn from it. And that's how we ended up learning and knowing that we can achieve what we want to achieve.
As for Bobby Paul, who took the pictures, his photographs are a voice for the silent, sharing realities of our generation.
If you see the pictures, you could actually see part of me in there. I was looking at the person in general, not your usual newspaper picture, no. I was looking for the essence of who they are, their character, their spirit.
If the book could impact everybody who has collaborated on this work, whether it's the writers, the fantastic photographer, the designers, those who have participated in the process, if they're touched by it, I'd be happy. We need positive role models. So if we could get this book in the hands of every child, and every child reads these stories and is encouraged by the stories, is inspired by the stories, what change could we bring about in terms of societal values?
I think anyone can read this book. I think if you're one of those people who reads a lot, you will just love it, because it's just a wonderful book to have, because it's history. You know, these are people, these are women, these are Kenyan women. These are our own.
Life Journeys is just but the beginning. More is yet to come.
The girl child is increasingly being encouraged, but we may be forgetting the boy child. So the second project is on men. Who are those wonderful men or male role models who have wisdom to offer? That is the second book.
Indeed, Life Journeys is a book that will surprise and inspire.
Thank you.